Haven't done this in a while, but I want to make a video on this because Trials is back, and not really back, but it's like a lot easier to do now. So want to talk about the best method to get Alligator. By the way, guys, our ultimate goal is to eventually reach 100k subscribers, and by subscribing before we reach 100k subs, you get to be officially part of the OG subscribers of AB Plays. So don't forget to like and sub if you enjoy the content so far, and let's move on with today's video. Alright, so basically the premise of today's video is Trials have been very hard for a while, so now I kind of want to make a video on the best way to get Alligator for those people who still don't have Alligator. Now here's the honest truth of it. It's pretty hard to do this thing solo, because in order to do this solo, you're gonna need to have the best units in the entire game, right? And not just the best units in the entire game, you're gonna need to have them evolved, ascended, high level, and then also decent rates on them, and you're gonna need to have units from every single color or element in order to do trial solo. Because if you don't have, let's say, meta orange units, meta red units, you won't be able to really do these solo. It's just impossible to clear a game mode that is, for example, blue, when you have units that aren't effective against that element. It's just hard to clear them. But let's say, like, for example, certain elements like orange, it's pretty easy to do solo. You're just gonna have to bring units like Goku and potentially Ace into that game mode in order to clear it, and that is pretty easy. That's like one of the best things you could do. But then again, my advice is to just go on the Discord, find people to do it with. There's a lot of people here saying summer event I have 3 times, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna actually kind of send my private server there and see if people are gonna join and do it with them. As you can see right here, I'm in the Marine server. You can see that in the top right there, Marine server in ASTDX, and I'm just gonna say doing summer raid. I have 3x. I have 3x, and then just send it right there. Now again, if you can clear it solo, right? If you can clear it solo and you have decent units, then you should do it solo, right? But most players that are probably going to be watching this video don't have, like, for example, good orange units or good blue units. So yeah, as you guys can see right here, there's already people that are joining me. I think you need at least like one other person to do it. You could also go join the official Team Marine servers, and I think I might actually try and do that right now. Now, there was one guy that kind of did join me right here. Okay, there's actually 2 other people that joined me here now, which is pretty nice. And basically what this means is we could actually trio it. You know, you need at least 2 other people to do it with. And let's start with 3 other people. It's pretty much child's play, or 2 other people, because there's 3 paths, and with 2 other people, one of you guys can hold each path. You guys can have 1 path each. And this is me just sending the link on Discord, which is pretty nice. And again, each of us are basically doing 1 path per person. There's 1 path per person, and we are basically going to try and hold this off as well as we possibly could. One thing to be reminded of is that it's best to bring units that are effective against that element. So, like, let's say red units against orange, blue against elements that they're effective against, and then bring obviously a farm, and then also bring supports like SDEF and then Blackbeard, because those units are going to be the important ones. They're going to help you out a lot when it comes to helping slow down the enemies, because it's not just so far. You know, these guys are holding their position. These guys are bringing E3, holding their position pretty well, actually, with, you know, their units and whatnot. Pretty nice. Now, one other thing you could do is just go find, like, official Team Marine servers, because there's, like, a lot of them out there. And if you just go look for these Team Marine servers, you might be able to find a team that, you know, you could do it with, which is really good. This is one of the Team Marine servers that I joined, and as I joined them, there's a bunch of people here that are also interested in doing the raid. And obviously, you know, that's pretty nice. As you guys can see right there, there's pretty much everybody is here waiting to do the raid. So let's see if they're gonna join us. So as you guys can see, just from joining that single Discord server, I was able to pretty much do it with this many people right here, which is that's pretty good, you know. Now, as you can see right here, you know, these guys there's 6 of us right here. So that means 2 people per path. And obviously, because there's 6 people right here, and this game mode is kind of scaled to have more HP depending on the people that there are in the game mode. It's really also pretty annoying if you're gonna do it with a lot of people, especially if they're not as good. But this is one of the best ways because again, having a team is better than being solo because solo is just very annoying if you don't have all the units. Now, since they have made it easier to clear these this raid, this trial, even if your enemies even if your allies make mistakes, it's not really as punishing as it used to be. During the first few hours of the update, it was very hard to do it with other people because a simple mistake would literally cost you the entire match. But they fixed it, and your other friends or your teammates can actually make mistakes now and still be just fine. They will be just fine, which is pretty good. And as you guys can see right here, we are absolutely decimating Alligator, and this is just a random team that I saw on the Marine server. So this is pretty easy. And it's, you know, just pretty much a child's play at this point because with that many people, it really is just crazily easy, you know. So this is, in my opinion, the best way to actually clear it. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you found it helpful, then, you know, come back for the next video. I'll see you guys in the next one and hope you guys liked it. Peace out, everybody.